Hi everyone, it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards and welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in the Paper Crafters Unite Against Racism video hop. There's a hop on YouTube, on Instagram, and on blogs as well. But today I'm going to be making a card using some Unity stamps. Unity always comes through. They always have the best things and they cook everything right there in their store or warehouse or shop. So they always have, they're never out of stock. So I appreciate that. And the products that I decided to use today were perfect. Were absolutely perfect. That set with the girl stamp that I'm using here, that's called Colliope, and she's giant, like absolutely giant. This set here with the globe that's kind of like a map, it's called Love Brings You Home, and I didn't read very well when I ordered these. I thought it was going to be big enough to be a background, and I didn't realize that she was going to be giant. So in the process of trying to figure out what to do, my friend's husband said, make a tattoo out of that. So I did. Anyway, back to this Unite Against Racism video hop here. Justine Hovey organized this, and it's several YouTubers and bloggers and Instagram hop. Anyway, this is the YouTube version. Several people have gotten together, and although I can't relate to a lot of what's going on globally or even in our country or my community, I can stand up and say, teach me, educate me. I will support where I can, and I will try to understand what I don't. Teach me. So for my card, I have cut out a lot of the coloring. I didn't want this video to be super long, and there's some amazing colorists in this hop too, so what I have to show you is probably nothing any more special than what they're going to show you. So I thought that I would just show you the parts that I found to be most interesting. Coloring her body, I used the same colors that I'm using here on her face, which were the E, like the light E family, so E11 all the way to E19, but E19 is actually lighter than E18, so E18 is my deepest. And then I used a BV color for my shadows, a BV04 Sandy Almanac tip to put that underneath your skin tones, and it brings like a grayish shadow, and I always do it. I love it. I think it looks really good. So here I'm just kind of blending everything on. This isn't the final blend. I'm telling you, I'm working at it, and I will come back to it. So her body, I just colored regularly. The places that I put those tattoos, I used that Lawn Fawn ink, and I didn't even worry about it. I just colored right over it because it is Copic friendly. Maybe it was Hero Arts. It was Hero Arts ink. It was Copic friendly. It was fine, but it kind of looks like an older tattoo, like on the skin, how it turns blue. So I thought that that would be really cool. For these deeper tones, I sometimes struggle with where my shadows are going to be the first time around. You see, I had to pull that shadow in just a little bit more around her nose because it's so dark when I first put it down that I feel like I have to build it up a little bit more than if I'm doing a lighter skin tone. So here I'm moving to the inside of her glasses, and I'm using that BV again, and I'm going to do the same skin combination. So BV, and then I use an E18 right over top of it, and then a little beyond. Then I pull that out with the E19, and then I'm going to go to the E15, E13, and E11. I know it's a lot of colors, but there's so many places for shadows and highlights in a skin tone that I think it just looks better when you use more. Just my personal opinion. So Unity stamps, they cook everything right there in their warehouse. I put in my order for these stamps. They shipped them the very next morning. Like I put my order in at like, I don't know, 11:30 at night Central Time. And in the morning when they got in, they shipped them. It was so fast. Oh, I'm using E04 and E07 for her lips. I filled them all in with the E11 before, And so then I had kind of a base, and I'm going to add the E04, the E07 around the edges, and then blend it with the E04 again. I just thought that they looked really pouty and pretty. And then here I'm going to work on that jawline. I let the Copic ink dry, and then I seen where it needed to be blended just a little bit more. And that's one thing I really like about Copics, is that you can go back and reblend. But this image lends itself to, I mean, it looks very realistic. This is drawn by Delaney, and her drawings are very, very realistic. But you don't have to color this realistic. The only example I've seen online, she's not even colored. She's like on a rainbow background, and it's super pretty. So here for her glasses, I'm using V04, V06, and V09. I just thought this super pretty pop of purple on her face would be just striking and stunning, and I just thought that it would be really pretty. For her hair, I pulled out a marker I rarely use, which is my 100 marker, and I'm going to kind of reinforce the hair that Donna Downey has drawn here, and kind of streaky, and kind of reinforce the shape of this haircut that I want to, the way that I want to color it. So I'm kind of going around the edge here. I chose to do this straight and not curly, and kind of fun little bob here. I just thought that the drawing lent itself really well to this. Pulling in the E79 as a dark brown to kind of warm up this black. And I know E79 is more of a, or the E70 family is more of a kind of grade brown. They look very natural. I mean, the E markers are all earth tones, but they look more natural to me for kind of hair. So I pulled that in, and I didn't fill everything in, and I'm going to pull in the E77, and I'm going to kind of sketchily draw in some more lines. And then the BV29, which is a very grayed out purple, and I thought that would play really nicely with the colors that are there. And then I decided I was going to paper piece, so I pulled out the Pink and Main Preppy Brights, and I stamped just her shirt on this heart pattern here, and then I shaded it with my Copic markers. I like to shade them so it adds a little more depth. I also ran a black marker around the edges. And here I'm going to heat emboss the sentiment from The Love Brings You Home. It says, "No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world." And that is a Robin Williams quote, and I thought there could be no more perfect quote than that at this time in our world and our history and everything that is going on. So she needed some eyeshadow, RV14 for the win here. I just painted some eyeshadow on and then blended it out with the E11, so it looked a little natural, I guess, pink eyeshadow, natural. Then I layered this onto this pattern paper, another piece from the Preppy Brights collection, and then I layered that onto a piece of black cardstock as well. And I'm going to add a strip of gold. These peel-offs are from Love from Lizzie, and then I put a little bit of shimmery gloss on her lips and added some highlight to her cheeks, the bridge of her nose, her chin, kind of rubbed that in a little bit with my finger so that it looked kind of like makeup. And then I added a little bit of sparkle to the frames on her glasses, trying to stay out of the place where the lenses are going to be. And I filled in the lenses as well as her lips with some glossy accents, making sure that I got a nice even layer. And I thought the glossy accents on the lips would add that really shiny, pouty look to the lips, and I thought that would be super fun. So for the inside, I'm going to stamp that map again in the same Hero Arts ink that I was using. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. But then I decided to pull in this Love One Another stamp set that Unity has. It's by Angie Blum. And I stamped that over top in some ink on 3 blackout ink. And when I did that, I thought, that could be a totally different card. Like, I could have made a strip like that and popped it up in the center of a card, and it would have been really pretty. So here are some still shots of my card. I hope you enjoyed it today. I hope you enjoy the hop. Please hop along. There'll be some additional information in my description box below. And like I said, teach me what I don't know. I am willing to learn. Just like everybody else, we stand behind you. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. And as I always say, give cards generously. Bye.